guys, today I'm going to start a new series I call Really Cool Things I Find in Other People's Trash Piles, or RCTIFIOPTP for short. The reason I want to do this is because on garbage nights, which for me is Monday, I like to go around and see what kind of stuff people throw out, and oftentimes that's things like vacuum cleaners, printers, electronic things, fans, stuff like that, and I like to take them from their trash piles and save them from the dump or wherever they end up, and take the important parts out of them and recycle what I can. Here are just some of the things I've gotten in the past. This is my motor collection. All these little motors over here are basically from printers. All these motors are from vacuums, and this motor is from a fan. These two motors over here are from vacuums. I even found this angle grinder in someone's trash pile. There was really nothing wrong with it other than the back of it was cracked, so the switch was kind of dangling. All I had to do was put a hose clamp around this thing and secure the switch, and it works fine. I already have an angle grinder, but I'm sure I can find some other use for it too. But for today's episode, I want to focus on this motor all the way over here because that's the one I found today. So let's take a look. Alright, so let's take a look at this motor. It's from a fan, and as you would guess, it has 3 different powers because that's how most fans are. So it has off, and then 1, 2, and 3. But 3 actually comes first on this switch for some reason, which I thought was kind of funky. But whatever. Also, another cool thing is the really long shaft. Half of it has a flat on it for attaching whatever you want to it without it spinning, and the rest of it is circular, so that'll come in handy. It has 3 mounting holes on the face with screws. This fan was a rotating fan, so another cool thing about the motor is that it has this unit attached to it that gears down the shaft and transfers it to this rotating piece that only turns on when this switch is engaged. So right now it's off. If I spin the motor, that little piece isn't going to spin, and if I push this part in, that'll engage the clutch, and you can see that part now spins. When I turn the motor on and it's electronically powered, it spins a lot faster because I'm only turning it with my fingers. That whole unit can come off, which I haven't done yet because I don't want to screw it up. Also, I had previously thought that the switch was what controlled the power of the motor, but it really doesn't. The switch really routes the power to certain windings of the motor, so I'm guessing when you have it on 1, only one of the windings will be powered, or 2, or whatever it is, and you put it on 2 or 3, and then more windings are powered, because the switch is really only directing the power, not controlling the voltage. Alright, let's give this motor a little test run. Have it plugged in, and I have the clutch off, so this part isn't going to spin. So let's turn it on. This is the low power. I can't even hear it running, so I doubt the camera is going to pick up anything. But it's very quiet. Fan motors are really, really quiet. So if I turn it up to the 3rd power, and I hold my hand on it, I can feel it has some significant power, but it's not a very high RPM, so that's the trade-off. I could gear it down and get some higher RPM, but then it wouldn't be as strong, so it doesn't run at a very high RPM, but it has some torque. Alright, now we'll engage the clutch, push that button in, let's turn it on. So now you can see this part will spin as the main shaft spins. So pretty cool. I almost didn't take this fan out of the garbage pile because I didn't want to look like a moron carrying it home on my bike, but I did it anyway, and I got this out of it. So it was all worth it. Alright guys, that's it for today's episode of Really Cool Things I Find in Other People's Trash Piles. Hope you enjoyed the video. Stay tuned for more videos in the series, and I'll see you next time.